Welcome to class number 2 of our standing pose series. Welcome everyone who is live. Today you will need 2 blocks, especially if you have tighter hips. 2 blocks can be very helpful. And just your mat and yourself, as we are mostly again being on our feet. One thing I tell my students when we are balancing to not become too rigid or try too hard when we are balancing on one leg. You can test this for yourself with me right now. Come to standing and even bring your feet together. And then relax your body and stand and close your eyes for a brief moment. And as soon as you close your eyes, you will notice that your body starts to shift naturally, a little bit from the front to the back, sometimes a little bit side to side. So this is your body being smart, knowing where it's at in space, keeping you upright. Your body has its natural intelligence in order to recognize when to firm which muscles in order to bring you back to the center. So we want to kind of work with this and don't try so hard. I like to make the analogy of a palm tree versus a, let's say, German oak, since I'm German oak. Yeah, so the palm trees, they usually make it through the storm because they are able to give. They are more flexible versus the more rigid tree can fall over. I'm sure you're getting it, right? All right, so I want to point out before we start, since all my classes are going beyond just mobility and strength, when you are balancing on one leg, it's very helpful to let your eyes rest on something that's not moving. It helps you with balancing too. And the next step is you can follow all the instructions I'm giving you, which are going to be very detailed. And when you do this, your intention will go back into your body. You will listen to the sensations of your body. We always do this, but when you balance, you kind of have to do this even more. Otherwise, the balancing will be very, very challenging if you can't do that. So there again is your chance to get out of your mind and into your body, which is like a little vacation from your habitual thinking patterns that can cause stress if you're like most of us, yeah? So really pay attention to what's happening in your body so that you feel better in your body, but also more steady in your mind when we are done. Good. Enough talking. Let's move a little bit. So you can come to the front of your mat, bring your arms to the side. And before we go into too much detail, as I said, a little bit of movement. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, bend your knees, let the hands come down to the floor. I'll show the blocks here for now. Then lift your chest up and exhale, round over your bent legs. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, just round over your knees. Again, hands could be on the floor. Then step your right leg back and lower the knee down to the floor. So this is similar to the one we did in the first class. As you inhale, shift your weight forward, and exhale, just shift your weight back. Make sure your movement is as long as your breath. Just to lubricate the joints right now. We're not looking for big stretches at this point in the practice. And once you're in the bent-legged version, press your hands into the floor, press through your left foot, and step forward. Keeping your knees bent, reach your arms forward and up. Come on up to standing. And with your exhalation, lower the arms down to the side. Inhale, arms go back up over your head. With the exhalation, bend your knees, hands down to the floor. From here, step your left leg back, big step. Then lower your knees down to the floor, knee, just one. And wait for your exhale to fully straighten your front leg. And with an inhalation, shift your weight forward, bend your front knee more. Breathe through your nose. You can constrict the back of your throat a little bit to make the sound of the breath. Sanskrit word for it is ujjayi breath. Creates a little bit of heat in your body, so it's good to use this kind of breath. Once your front leg is bent again, bring weight onto your right foot, push through the floor, push through the hands, step forward, knees stay bent. And then inhale, reach your arms forward and up. And exhale, arms down to the side. All right, so now let's move into the one-legged stuff. All right, we'll leave it. So push through your right leg. And then come on up to standing and bring your arms to the side. If this is all super, super challenging to you, you could go to a wall and have your hands lightly touching into the wall. So, but sometimes when the wall is there, it acts like a magnet, and it's very hard to balance just because the wall is there. So give it a try without first. So again, right foot presses into the ground, arms to the side. Good, yeah, good. Lift your left leg up. All right. Then pull your left knee closer towards your chest and bring the arms to the side. Now bring your left knee to the left and try to move the knee as far back as you can. And get the knee back towards the front. Reach your arms up. Lift the leg up a little higher. And exhale, lower the arms down to the side. Ground through your left leg. I'm actively pushing the left leg strongly into the floor. Yes, like I want to leave a hard dent in my hardwood floor with my foot. Then arms to the side. And then lift your right leg up. Knee to shoulder. Yeah. Knee to shoulder, knee to shoulder. Good. Then arms to the sides and bring the knee to the side. Here, I'm actively moving the knee to the space behind me. And then as you come forward, reach your arms up now and pull the knee in a little closer. And exhale, release. All right, similar entrance, but now we're gonna add the tree pose. I'm sure you're available. You are aware of this one. So reach your arms to the side, get the leg up, and move your left knee to the left. So this is where we were before. Now we'll take this into the tree pose. Place your foot against the inner thigh. If this is not available, against the inner calf is also fine. And here, I'm pushing this foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. So we're not hanging out here in the hip. There is stability coming from this hip. Draw your belly in and reach your arms up over your head. Without moving your hips, try to move your left knee more to the space behind you. Looking good. Arms up, chin up. Now bring the arms back to the sides. Release the foot. Pull the knee in closer and hold on to the front of your shin. Pull the knee now towards your shoulder. Try to keep the knee as high up as you can. Reach the arms back up. And exhale, lower your arms down to the side. Yeah, it's a good core work. I like this. Yeah, because you have to use your hip flexors and your core to stay stable, but there is no stress on the low back. Okay, press through your left foot, push down. On an inhale, bring the arms to the side. Now move your knee towards your chest. Hold. Move, externally rotate the leg to the side. Hold. Grab the inner ankle. And then you can move the foot against the inner thigh or inner calf if this is unavailable. Then reach your arms up and move your right knee to the space behind you, but don't turn your hips. Yeah, so you push your thigh into the foot, the foot into the thigh. So there's your stability, and then you rotate the knee. Relax your face. Good. Now let go again. Try to keep it there. Bring the knee to the front. This time you get to hold it with your hands and move your knee towards your right shoulder. Push through your standing leg, move the knee in closer. Push, move closer. And try to keep the knee up high. And reach your arms up one more time. And exhale, lower down. And arms down to the side. All right. This one is called Virabhadrasana 3. Vira is the warrior. So the warrior 3, you may have heard that. We'll start with the left leg back. So you come to face the short edge of your mat. Reach your left leg back, and just come to the tippy toe of your left leg. All right. Hands onto your hips. Bend your standing leg just a tiny bit and move your torso back first. Because the torso is usually way too fast. You bow forward too much. So here it's helpful to move your shoulders and your torso backwards. Bring all your weight onto your right leg and then just lift your back foot up. And then this in itself is already a great pose. Now see if you can tilt at your hips and lift your back leg and lower your torso at the same rate. Remember, the torso wants to go faster. Lift, lift, lift your back leg. When you have a sense that the torso and leg are almost in one line, then straighten your standing leg if your hamstrings allow. Hands on the hips is the easiest. You can reach your hands to the back of the room. We'll keep this version today. It will be nice. Lift your foot, lift your chest, shoulder blades to each other. Relax your eyeballs. And then inhale, come on all the way up to standing. And feet together. Relax. You actually have a bunch of little muscles attached to your eyeballs so you can move them. So when I say relax your eyeballs, I relate to these little muscles. Since you can't really feel these muscles, relaxing your eyes is a good cue because it helps you to not try to get too rigid in these postures. All right, right leg back. Square your hips to the front edge of your mat. Little bend in your standing leg. Lots of power into your back leg. It wants to open up this way. So it takes some effort to keep moving your right hip forward to keep your hips square. Take your torso back, take your shoulders back. Start lifting your back leg. Remember, this one is a good position. You could stay here the entire time. If you feel like more challenge, start lifting your back leg up. But be sure that your torso doesn't move too fast. I see often sometimes this is like a variation the body wants to go to because it's easier. But who wants easy? As you keep your right leg lifted, torso up, tilt more, and then reach your hands to the space behind you. Maybe you can make the standing leg straighter and relax your eyes. And then come on all the way back up to standing. Relax. Good. I think that is the most difficult one. Let's do one more prep. Just to get the adductors a little longer. So the last, most challenging. I already said that we have Virabhadrasana 3, huh? I guess I was lying. There is an even more challenging leg balancing posture coming up today. Reach your arms up. Keep your arms up. Turn your right foot out. So now front leg, tiny bend, just a tiny bend. And engage the quads. Then bring the arms to the side and slowly come to Trikonasana. It's just a little prep so you can have the hand here on the shin. You could use a block or place the hand down to the floor. Once you have your connection with your hand, straighten the front leg all the way. And then slowly turn your chest towards the sky. Bend your front knee a little bit and slowly make your way back up. Turn your right foot in, hands to your hips. Take a breath. Turn your left foot out. This is a not so easy transition into Trikonasana. Just letting you know in case you thought that was difficult. Arms to the side. So keep your front knee bent at first a little bit, yeah? Strong legs. And then slowly start to tilt. So here, that can be a good variation. Or block a little lower. And then once you're here, straighten the front leg all the way, lift the kneecap up so this is all strong. And then rotate your chest towards the long edge of your mat. Tiny bend in the front knee. And inhale, come on all the way back up. Turn the foot in. Hands together in front of your chest. And heel toe your feet closer together. So many variations. Actually, I'm lying, 2 variations. Push through your left foot. Make sure you push into the ground. So the buoyancy makes you taller and gives you also strength around the core. The muscles along the spine will firm when you actively extend up. Then take the right knee up. Stage 1, you hold on to the front of the knee and open up your leg to the side. Yeah, so this is if you have a hard time straightening your leg with your hand on your big toe. If that is a possibility, switch the grip. Keep the knee close to your arm. Push through your leg, extend. Either the knee bent to the side or the leg straight to the side. Try one more time. It's harder when I'm speaking. So looking down to the floor makes things a little easier. Bend your leg again and slowly lower the foot down. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pull your left knee towards you. Variation 1, you're holding on to the front of your shin. Yeah, so you probably know how mobile you are in your hips, so you can stay here or switch the grip. This could be stage 2. Yeah, so it needs to come up a little higher, so it's a little more challenging. Push, scoop your tailbone, core is strong, leg to the side, arm to the side, and then extend the leg. Bend the knee, lower the foot down, and stand in normal Tadasana for a brief moment. You maybe notice after these one-legged standing postures how you just feel a little bit more like grounded. The feet somehow feel like they are closer or more stable, connected to the floor. Good. Let's go down to the floor as promised. You can lay down right away. Arms to the side. Move your knees towards your right. Knees are bent. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Twist your chest towards your left. Bring the arms back to the side. Move your knees towards the center. And then over towards your left. Hand on the outside of your right thigh. Take a deep breath in and now rotate your chest towards your right. Arms back to the side. Come on back to the center. Lower down your feet. Hold on to the front of your knees, straight arms, And let your knees fall into your hands. Keep your feet soft. Facial muscles very soft. Lower down your feet, a little wider than your hip width apart, and let the knees come to each other. Let your hands rest on your low belly. This could be a good relaxation pose at the end, or you can straighten out your legs. And then let your arms come to the sides and let the palms face up. If you would like to rest a little longer, please do so. Otherwise, increase the length of your next inhale. Do that one more time. Deeper inhale. Begin with smaller movements. And then decide how you want to come back up to a seated posture. Keep your eyes closed. And now check in with the general sense of your entire being. Notice if there's maybe a little bit more stillness, maybe even some space between thoughts as they come up. Things feel just a little calmer. That's usually the benefit of doing one-legged standing postures. And join your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself. Thank you guys for being here. And next week we'll do more standing postures. Week number 3, I think. Thank you guys.